The odds of this daughter of a clergyman spending 11 weeks at #1 on the U.S. singles charts? 1 in 19 million. The odds of going on to win 6 Grammy Awards? 1 in 1.4 million.
The first time I saw the Toni Braxton PSA about autism was when I was pregnant with Breslin.
The odds of having a child diagnosed with autism? 1 in 88.
I only saw it a few times, but every time I saw it, it just kind of, it impacted me. I was aware of autism, but I never thought that it could hit so close to home and affect so many families. I started noticing around probably 9 months that Breslin did things a little differently than the other babies in playgroup. I would try to engage him and, say, Breslin, look at mommy, and it was like I wasn't there. Breslin was in his own mind and nobody else was around. We probably Googled everything, hearing loss and just developmental delays, speech delays. The autism PSA actually kind of kept popping up in my head, but I don't think I wanted to hear that diagnosis, so I was looking for it to be anything else. At the end of the PSA, they say to look up the signs of autism. And when I finally did, it was like this moment where I felt the world crashing down on me. It described my son perfectly. I don't think any parent is prepared to hear your child has autism. But we went and got a diagnosis from a few different professionals, and the reoccurring theme that we would hear is there's a lot that you can do. When children are young, their brains are so elastic. The earlier intervention that you can get, the better you are.
Just like that. Your turn. 2. Yep, your turn.
C, D, E, F, G. I'm very grateful that I saw that PSA and that I saw it when I did.
Nice work.
L, M, N, O, P. Because of it, we are where we are today. T, U. He can read, he can write.
Cut.
We thought he'd never talk.
Chart.
And now he's speaking in phrases and sentences.
Star is what you are. Is what you are, that's right.
We still have a long way to go, but we've come so far. It's been amazing. Next time, won't you sing with me? There we go, we got it.
So welcome here to some youth football tonight for the WYF, Waynesville Youth Football League, and we are ready for the Preditors and Lakers matchup. As I don't know the records of these teams, actually. I did not do my research as usual. However, this is going to be a good matchup. We'll be back in just a little bit after this PSA.
All right, this is Adam. Take you.
I guess.
Germantown, Mavericks,
Mary Run.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community, the fan base, and just the support and encouragement that you get from your family and your friends. It's great.
The hardest thing about cheer for me is tumbling, because I'm actually a dancer outside of school, and so the tumbling dynamics versus the dance dynamics is totally opposite.
I feel like choir has given me just such great memories. We are always just, singing with our harmonies and with other people, and it's just so cool. It's so fun.
One of my favorite memories from cross country this past year was when my team made it to state. At the race, everyone picked up their games, and when the 5th guy crossed and he made it, everyone was just so excited and outbursts, couldn't control their feelings.
By playing basketball, I learned that I can almost do anything I want. If I set my mind to it, I can achieve my goals if I have a plan.
A great reason to get yourself involved in sports and activities is to meet new people and create new relationships, experience new things, and do stuff that you've never done before.
My reason why is commitment.
My reason why is passion.
Friendships,
Pride.
My reason why is to keep going.
And we are back here at, well, this is Slaughter Field, not Tiger Stadium, the old football stadium. Back where I started off in football back in the day. And looks like we have some 8-minute quarters here. Have to adjust to some rules and changes that I'm not quite used to there, but we will work those in and have everything going. So Predators will start off with the, if you want to volunteer for the chains, you may want to come down here in a hurry. I'm going to put the microphone on so I don't get over-drowned by the announcer there. So we are about ready to start, just waiting for another chain crew volunteer. I don't think they want me to do it. That probably wouldn't work very well. And I think we're ready to go here. Looks like the Predators are ready for the kickoff. And ball's away, about the 40-yard line it will land. Lakers have it. Lakers break free. A couple Predators to stop them. They are right there to stop them, so that will actually start the clock. I probably should have started that. And we are off on the clock. It is now on target. And Lakers set up in a, not really an I formation, they're kind of a power running formation here. There's a back in the backfield though, so it could be a handoff. It's going to be a fumble and ball's down. Looks like the Lakers came away with the ball. One of the Predators had a hand on it, but not quite able to get to it. So that's going to bring up a 2nd and about 15 on the play. This is not the Bears game, by the way. This is the Predators game before, so that game is coming up after this. And Lakers are going to make this a 3rd and short, as they're going to pick up about 10 yards easy on that run, probably 11. And clock continues to run here. I had my 1-year stint of coach out here, and definitely had some good people to teach me. Had Carl Wilking, a former state championship football coach. Worked under him for a little bit, or with him. So Lakers set up in a running formation again. And Lakers pick up the first. They're going to gain some extra yardage. And Lakers have a couple to beat. Lakers will pick up the touchdown. And no laundry on the field, so Lakers will break the ice with a 6-0 lead early in this contest. And I believe, I'm not sure how the extra point conversions go. We'll find out as we go through the game.
That's going to be 1-point conversion.
Okay.
From the 3, 2
So,
points from the 5, or a kick for 2.
Okay, so 1 point from the 3 and kick, or 2 point from the 5. We got the Lakers, 1 receiver, possibly another run here. And that's going to be close. Don't believe that was good, so we're going to end this with a 6-0 lead. We'll be back after this 30-second PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You still talking to your friend?
It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone.
You have the skills.
Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And with that, the first points of the game go to the Lakers as the Predators will receive the kickoff. That was a 60-yard drive and about 5 plays for the Lakers on that. And Lakers will give the Predators a chance. From what I'm noticing, this is not a Glendale-style offense. And a squib kick in the ground. Good squib kick back to the 30. Predators break a tackle, break another. They continue to run. He's going to make it into the Camdenton side of the field. So we are going to have a 1st and 10 around the 37-yard line. And under 5 minutes in the first period, as both these teams are really coming out strong. We have a coach in the backfield, so I believe this is the 3rd and 4th grade division. Coaches are allowed in the backfield in that division. 5th and 6th grade is pretty much, middle and high school rules at that point. And spread offense set up. Quarterback with a sweep. Lakers are able to break through that, and they are able to force a 2nd down. We've got a whistle out there. I'm not sure. I guess we had a player with a helmet issue that's being taken care of, so stop the clock with 3:58 left in the period, and 2nd and, well, they give him 2nd and 10, so no gain, no loss. Playoffs coming up pretty soon in the WYF here, as they had a short break to clear some things up. Other teams looks like they're showing up, warming up for their game. We are at the Waynesville Middle School. If there are some attendance limitations here right now, as I believe it's 2 parents per child. So chance for, we got a couple of receivers, but look for a sweep again. That ball is going to go down, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 14 now. Low snap for the Predators. Once again, we're going to have a whistle called before the play started. I think we might have a flag here, so that's going to be encroachment on the defense, so that's going to make it 3rd and 9. At least that's what I have. And I do. And 3:02 in the game. I haven't updated the clock. I will do that in just a second here once we get going. And Lakers force a 4th down. The Predators were down. So we're going to have a 4th and long way to go here as come on. I'm trying to get my scoreboard to cooperate. It's kind of a, it's not really a running clock, but it's a very quick clock at times. So we're going to have a sweep on the Predators. Lakers missed the first tackle. He's going to get past the 30. He's still on his feet. He's going to get up to the 20. He's going to get a first. And he'll be knocked out of bounds at the 12-yard line as looked like he got close to the 10, but he stepped out at the 12. And that's going to bring up a 1st and 10 now for the Predators. So good run by Waynesville on that. And clock continues to run. 1.5 minutes left in this first quarter. Still 6-0 in favor of the Lakers. Lakers line up with a, looks like a 4-man front on the line. They got a tight end out there. Or they have a linebacker, not a tight end. And that will bring up a 2nd, and I don't know if he made it to the line of scrimmage. They're going to say he did, so 2nd and 10. I want to remind you that sportsmanship is the key here, and your actions, whether you intend to or not, people will see, and we just ask for good sportsmanship in all levels of sports. Don't have to be youth or high school or college. It could be anything. And we're going to have a sack. I believe they called him down, so that's going to be 3rd and... not sure where the marker is. It's 3rd and 11. The post moved early on that, so it's a very bad habit. Because if there was a flag or something, you need to stay where you're at. And that will bring up the end of the quarter. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
There's a lot of fear in coming back to school. I wasn't sure if I could do it. I'm a 40-year-old man that walked in there to get his high school diploma. It was very hard for me, but the teachers, the counselors, they help you. One of the teachers was Miss Araceli. Miss Araceli, she gave me direction. Every single time I had a question, she'll put down whatever she's doing and she'll come over and she'll sit there with you until you get it. Thank you, Miss Araceli. I know you make a difference in people's lives because of the person and teacher you are. I wanted to be here because I wanted to thank you for helping me get a beautiful gift. 50% of getting your high school diploma is walking through those doors. The other 50% is doing the work. Getting your high school diploma, it is a life-changing experience. It really is.
Find free adult education classes near you at finishyourdiploma.org.
So beginning of the second period, the Tigers with a 3rd and 11 in the red zone, or near the red zone. And Tigers are going to make it 4th and about 12. So big decision for the Tigers here. I'm not sure if they have a stud soccer player kicker out there, but at this level that is very special if you have one of them. Sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. And clock approaching 7 minutes. I did not start mine, so once it hits 7, I will start mine. And we're going to have a turnover on downs on that, so Lakers will take over. And timeout Tigers, or timeout Predators. They're wearing the orange. We'll be back after this PSA.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend. It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone.
You have the skills.
Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
So Lakers take over, 7:02, and Lakers only have a 1-touchdown lead, so this is anybody's ball game. I have yet to see a pass out there. Looks like the older teams are showing up now for their battle next. And we have a sweep. And Lakers will make it out of bounds, so the clock will stop. Nope, clock will continue. Just forget what I said. Don't start yelling at the clock keeper over here. I believe this is a running clock till under 2 minutes, essentially. And we have a timeout for Camdenton, so we'll be back after this PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And we are microphone off here and just use the audio from the computer. So if there's any issues, send me a text and I'll go back to it. I'll actually crank it up a little bit for you. There we go. We are still in the timeout, as this is definitely an extended timeout. So Lakers, once again, 1st and 10 as they picked up a quick first down on that run. Lakers team, much like the high school team, a lot of running the ball. We got a receiver out there. And we had some interesting blocking going on, just to say the least. Lakers get out on a big run, and they're going to make it near the 40, though. So Lakers again with another first down run. And Lakers with a sweep, reverse. And they have wide open field as one Predator gets in the way. Able to slow him down enough, but Lakers will make it to the 25-yard line, and that's another first down for Camdenton. Excellent running game for Camdenton coming into this as 5 minutes remain in the first half. And I forgot my drink out in my car. So another run, that's a fumble, and that's going to bring up the first second down of this drive. That's going to result in a loss of at least one. So we have a 2nd and 11. I believe this drive started around the 20-yard line, or 15 on the other side, so they have managed to accumulate probably 60 yards on this run already. Lakers back to the fullback. He is going to pick up a first, and he will make it to near the 11. We have a late flag, though, probably hit out of bounds. Or we have a Predator down also. We're going to have a personal foul against the Predators, so that will give them 1st and 10, I believe. And then that will add on the penalty, which will give them, I think, another first down. So this should be 1st and goal once this is all sorted out. We're having a discussion on the far end with the official. I'm not sure what's going on over there, but players are ready to play at least. We are still, this is going to be a 1st and goal. And we are going to get the ball at the 5-yard line. All right, then. Not sure how they did that algebra, but we will call that, I guess, a correct answer. I guess it does make sense from there to half the distance plus the first down, so. There's some Lakers doing the math over there at the same time going, wait a minute. And we're going to have a touchdown for the Lakers again, as that'll make it 12-0 in favor of Camdenton here. And my clock is not correct, but now it is. So 3:42 in the first half still. I believe at least there used to be a 28-point rule for the win. I don't know if that's still the rule where it stops the game, or 35 or something like that. We got a tiny little Laker out there on the line right now. He's going to play tight end, I guess. So conversion goes to the little guy, and it's going to be close. The official is digging way down, so it's going to be no good. As he had an excellent run, though. He almost made it in against those trees literally around him. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back after this 1 minute. How about 30-second PSA?
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji!
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone.
You have the skills.
Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
We are back here at Slaughter Field as the Lakers will have their second kickoff. Both conversions very close, but both conversions did not make it. And we're going to have a squib kick down the middle. It's more of an onside kick. The Predators will fall on it, so Predators will pick up first down at the around the 45-yard line. Predators need a score here to stay in this ball game. Another score by the Lakers will kind of shut them out here, as it'll make it really hard to come back. Predators having a long discussion here back in their huddle. Officials pulling out the watch to check the time, as not sure what the 40 or 35 or 25-second clock is, but they are now counting, so Predators, several opportunities, just kind of fizzled out the last drive down, but they were in scoring range. And that's going to bring up a 2nd and looks like 13. And we have a timeout. We'll be back after the camera wants to cooperate. It does not want to cooperate. So we'll be back after this PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
Predators line up, a couple receivers, and ball's loose. Lakers will recover it, so another turnover for the Predators, this time on downs, and Lakers will have the ball with 1:55 to go. Both these teams competing tough here. Just turnovers makes a big difference. Lakers, I'd be looking for a reverse, or we're going to have a incomplete pass on this play. And that's going to take no time off the clock. So 2nd and 10 now. I think my camera tripod's a little too tall. So that was the first pass of the ball game, and this age group arm and accuracy is rare. We're going to have a backwards pass, but it is going to result in some positive yardage. And the ball stayed in bounds. So it's a stopped clock under 2 minutes. It's a running clock, essentially, for the first 6 minutes of the quarter. Lakers still on their feet. He's doing a great job there, and that's going to bring up second and about 4, maybe 5. So under a minute now, and Lakers, well, they look like they're in a hurry-up offense. More hurry than they were around there. And that's going to be... The Lakers are still on their feet. One to beat, beats it, fumbles it, picks up his own fumble, and we're going to have a timeout called with 24 seconds on the clock, I believe. Okay, we have... Oh, that's the timeout clock going. I was confused for a minute there. So 24 seconds in the ball game. First and goal. Long first and goal. So Lakers looking to punch in a last-minute touchdown to give them an 18-point lead. The Lakers line is really holding this, the Predators well right now, as long as they're running. The running game is impressive right now, as they're able to. Predators just, almost need to move out a little bit to stop that sweep. But when they do, the Lakers run it right down the middle. So it's kind of a double-edged sword of which way you go. You get a safety in the backfield. We got multiple options for running the ball. This time the quarterback decides he wants to run it, and he is, I think he's able to get in. We have a flag down, though. So 13 seconds remain on the clock. I don't know if he got in. We have a couple flags on that play. First one came from the sideline, so it could have been... I'm not sure what it could be yet here. There's a couple different options. They're both near the 10-yard line. And we're having an explanation, a false start on the offense. That's holding on the offense. So, repeat first down. I'm curious how this is going to be marked off. I think they counted the hold, which will move them back to the 20-yard line or close to it. So it's 1st and goal now from the 19, so they move the Lakers back all the way to and quick timeout.
What time is it? Oh, sorry.
And we have the Predators are just going to their timeout. So we will stick with this here. The next game we will have is the Lakers and Bears. Both are undefeated, fighting for the 1 seed of their tournament. Also Monday, check out Alan Hilliard Sports, as I will have the link to the Dixon volleyball game, where they will face Lynn due to a COVID issue and change of opponent. They were originally going to face Bell, but Bell has moved up above them, so a win there would give them a spot in the championship, which I will be there also, once I figure out how to, stream the game and connect to it. And now we have 10 seconds on the clock with Lakers so far. They're probably going to run it. They are. It's a sweep. And first tackle's missed. Second one's missed. He needs to get out of bounds. He does. And we're going to have, I believe there was some time left on the clock there, because I still have a second left. But I think they're going to call it the half. And that's going to be halftime, so we will be back in 7:56.
Happy International Day of the Girl. We are so grateful that you're here with us today to talk about empowering girls in STEM, science, technology, engineering, and math.
In the 4th grade, 2/3 of girls are interested in STEM, but less than 25% of STEM-field jobs are filled by women.
You can't be what you can't see. So I never knew that I can be in tech because I never saw any black women in tech.
Every single story is very, very different, and every story is really important to share.
For me, growing up in the 90s, video games is where I found myself, if anything, because I couldn't see like an adventurous Asian girl in the movies and the TV shows that I watched.
Party's gonna get a little slimier, you know what I'm saying? So step on up.
We use science and math in making slime, and then boom, you got slime.
Yeah, we have slime over here.
It's easy. Oh my gosh.
I always loved computer science growing up. I thought it would be kind of cool to learn the future language, which is code.
Other girls online and other people who are my age learning to code made me want to hey, maybe I can do this too.
You go through so much trial and error in your code, and then once you finally get the final product is the most satisfying, relieving part.
A lot of it for me is just about, okay, when I was younger, what did I need to see? The fact that now there's all of you creators who are actually, doing it and inspiring people, and I think that is just so powerful.
Continue teaching because my 9-year-old daughter is watching.
This is like a huge game changer right here. Put yourself out there, tell your story, connect with other young, amazing, powerful young girls out there, and change the world.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
I'm staying inside for all of our at-risk loved ones, my grandparents, your grandparents.
My friends and family, and for you.
We stay here for you. Stay home for us.
You need to stay smart. You need to stay home.
Staying at home, social distancing, all these things that CDC is saying is going to help us get over this quicker.
Every infection that we can prevent helps to keep us as providers safe, helps to keep you as a member of the public safe.
I am staying home to help slow the spread.
Do your part in making this go away.
Stay home.
In order to come together, we must stay apart.
It sounds contradictory, but it makes a lot of sense.
Call people. Tell them you love them.
The first thing that I will do,
Go dancing with my friends. I'm going to hug my kids' teachers and tell them how much I appreciate them.
Stay home.
Stay home for us.
And we are back for the second half here of the contest. The Lakers will kick off to the Predators. Long kick back to the 30. And we're going to have some laundry. I thought we had some laundry. We definitely have some laundry on the field. Someone forgot to empty that trash basket or the laundry bin out this morning. So it's going to be a first down no matter what, whatever this call is. But so we're going to wind up with a 1st and 10 right where my camera is sitting. So we will call that good. About the 44-yard line. So Predators need to make it past the 50-yard line and gain about 4 more in order to pick up another first down. And we actually might have a passing formation here, but it's probably going to be a sweep. It is a pass that is not quite going the way the Predators wanted it to go. The pass was complete, but slightly opposite direction. Lakers were able to spot that and bring up a 2nd and 14 on the play. And we actually have 6:40 left in the ball game. I just did the usual not start the clock thing. So, Lakers, another loss for the Predators as linebacker right through the gap, and he was there. He was there quicker than someone waiting on their Amazon package at the mailbox. And that is fast. I don't know if you're ever waiting on an Amazon package, but I am calling the post office going, where is my package? And quarterback, he is going to be brought down, so we're going to have a possibly now a 4th and 20. Nope. Still about 19, actually. My first one was off, but it's going to be a 4th and a long way to go. I don't know if they actually punt the ball here or if it's a... We do have a timeout, though, called by someone out there. I believe that was the Predators that probably called that timeout. And clockwise, I will see what we got for clock. It is 5:26 on the clock. So if the Predators don't get this, the Lakers will have great field position. And the Lakers will have great field position as I guess the clock continues to run through the whole time here. The difference in rules is a little confusing at times. I'll just blame the scorekeeper over there for running the clock. Normal high school rules, the clock would stop for change of possessions, out of bounds, things of that nature. So if you are confused at home, that is one of the reasons why it's a little bit different. And that pass is caught by the Lakers, and that will bring up a first down. So, once again, clock continues to tick away, and great pass on that. Both these teams, just really hard to stop the other. Both are having good offenses. Lakers had a great defense on that set, but earlier, first half, Hampton had the same issue. We're going to have a whistle, though, on that one, as that's probably a encroachment, false start on the offense. So that will move the Lakers back to a 1st and 15 here. So Lakers line up for, I think that, yeah, they're running. It was not a very far run on that play. Sorry, the flag was for the last play. And that's 2nd, and he can make it back to the line of scrimmage. He gained a yard. So 2nd and 14 now. The clock runs, it's actually under 3 minutes, so just ignore my clock and I'll tell you the actual time. And looks like a sweep. The Predators are back there, though, but Lakers able to get out. It's going to make it 3rd and a little short. Oh, it still goes. Sorry, have it for stopping the clock. And we're going to be about 6. This time we got a sweep the opposite way, and Lakers are still in bounds as finally he steps on that line, so that will stop it. 1.5 minutes remain in the 3rd quarter. Still not out of reach for the Predators, just a 2-possession ball game. A lot can happen in 2 possessions. And we may have had an offsides there, but the Lakers are going to bring it to the end zone. So if there is a penalty, it will definitely be declined on that part. So 18 points now in favor of the Lakers here, as that will stop the clock with 46 seconds left here in the third quarter. I was about to say the ball game, but we're not to that point yet. The Lakers go for the extra point. And Predators, once again, are able to stop it. So 18-0. We'll be back after this 1-minute PSA.
I don't remember how it started. Our back and forth. Victory. Fumble. Repeat. It always came back.
Dad! Okay, here we go, throw it! Yeah.
You probably don't remember what you told me,
That was perfect.
but I heard every word.
Nice.
So we are back in this as 46 seconds remain. The kick is off. I'm not sure where the ball is, but it did not go as far as I thought it did. And whoa, my clock just had a seizure. There we go. No more seizures for the clock. And 30 seconds remain. I guess the Lakers could, in theory, run this out and wait till the fourth quarter.
If you're wondering why there's not much coming out of the booth today, we are live streaming the game, so that's the reason we're trying to keep a little bit quiet out here. The link is available on the WYF Facebook page, so if you have people that would like to watch the game, they can tune in to the WYF page and go to Alan Hilliard Sports page that is broadcasting live for y'all.
So I believe that will run the clock out, and into the fourth quarter, we are ready to go. So, oh, it's 8 minutes, not 6.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
You're still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji! Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And back to the fourth period here, we have the Predators first and, hold on here. Okay, I think we're right. It's 1st and 10 for the Predators. That's what it says in the field, so that's what we're going with.
All right, Predator and Lakers fans, we're now entering the fourth quarter.
And we had probably a jump on the defense, but the Predators are off, and they're going to pick up a first down. Still on their feet. The ball gets loose, though. The Lakers will recover it, so Lakers will get the ball at the 45-yard line.
The Lakers recover the fumble. It will be first down, Lakers.
So another turnover for the Predators, as they were not quite able to hang on to it. They had a big 15-20 yard run, but I mean, it's about like a punt essentially. So 7 minutes left in this ball game. The Lakers have a 3-score lead right now. And Lakers probably going to do a sweep play again. And Predators able to stop that sweep. They'll pick up a yard, but that yard is not enough. So it looks like it did not make it past the line of scrimmage there. I thought he got a little momentum on that. That's why they are paid the big money on the field to make those decisions. And I did not bring my glasses today, so that is my excuse. So 2nd and 10. We got another. This is going to be a fullback run on the inside, and he'll pick up 6 yards, so that'll bring up 3rd and 4. Oh, looks like officially 3rd and 5 here. There are some attendance changes out here. If you do come to the games, there is, I believe, 2 tickets per player allowed, and you can't show up more than an hour before your game, so you can't hang around all day. That is policies by the school district for safety. Also, you must wear a mask while you are here, not sitting in the stands, which is generally policy at most places now. And we're going to have a 4th down. So we're going to have a 4th and 5, and Lakers. So clock continues to tick away here. 4:40 remains in the ball game. Predators not out of it. Score here and a couple turnovers, and they're right back in the ball game, or even some onside kicks. So sweep to the right, and he is going to get a touchdown for 50 yards right there. So officially a 49-yard touchdown, and the Lakers may have iced the game right there, as that will make it 24-0. We do have an injury down there, so we will be back after this 30-second PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
And I believe we are back here as he is up okay. And Lakers looking for the extra point at 28 points. There is a running clock. So it looks like as of right now, the Lakers will get to go home and celebrate a victory here back on the way to Lake of the Ozarks. Don't know if they'll be celebrating on the water. That may be a little cold, but sure there will be some celebrations. A fullback run down the middle, and the conversion is good. So 25-0. We'll be back after this 30-second PSA for the kickoff.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit becauseofyou.org to learn more.
Totally, let's do it.
And back here to Waynesville Middle School as Lakers are up by 25 points en route to a shutout victory here, unless the Predators can pull something out. And I think kind of tied up between three runners there on the ball, but it will go out of bounds at the 41-yard line there. It kind of lost who actually had the ball. So 3:40 left in this ball game. Like I said, ignore the clock sometimes because I don't always have it right. And fumble. I think the Predators fell back on it.
Recovered by the Predators.
So the Predators were able to keep that.
Second and 13.
So 2.5 minutes left in this ball game. The Predators set up opportunity for a couple receivers, but we're going to probably have a handoff, and the Lakers also knew they had a handoff.
Tackle for loss.
So that will bring up a 3rd and 16. Predators shaking up a little bit, and we are back ready to go. So that did stop the clock.
We have a timeout by the Predators.
So Predators will take a timeout. We'll be back after this PSA.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 290,000 participants here in Missouri who take part in high school sports or activities.
So timeout is over with, it looks like, and Predators are finally out of the huddle.
Let's go, football fans. Let's make some noise for your student athletes.
So I look for a maybe fullback handoff down the middle or a good opportunity for a sweep. It's going to be down the middle. He's got some running room, but the Laker defensive line is right there. We have some laundry thrown after the play, though. This may be face mask against Camden, so I believe that's a first down. It'd be a 4th and... So it's going to be a first down no matter what. So big break for the Predators there. The only problem now is the clock, as 2:06 remains in this ball game, and you got to have at least 4 scores to stop that, but Lakers are there on the defensive stop. So under 2 minutes left in the ball game. The Lakers defense is really just holding up out here, but you know, the running game is amazing for the Lakers today. Next game, both teams are undefeated, so we will probably have a much closer ball game in the next round. So Lakers can get the ball and run this clock out if they get the ball back. Predators still looking to score. So fullback, halfback, and that is going to probably, we still have one more play most likely, but that's going to be, I guess, a 3rd down. We're going to have a
It'll be 3rd and 15.
Timeout. Do we have a... I have all the timeouts done for the Predators, but we're going to have a timeout, I guess, so that will stop the clock. And we will be back after this PSA once again.
Sometimes we can do things that exclude others.
Still talking to your friend? It's complicated.
I think he went back in. We gotta go get him.
Welcome to Jumanji.
Even the smallest words and actions can have a big effect on someone. You have the skills. Because of you, someone's entire day, their year, or their life can change.
Remember, the future is in your hands.
Visit because of you.
So 53 seconds on the clock, and Lakers with the rush, and quarterback unable to get away, and that's going to make it 4th and a long way to go. I don't have that many fingers and toes to count that far where it's at. So we're just going to say 20. We are going to say 20. And we're going to have, I believe that is the end of the ball game. The clock continues to run, so...
Lakers, 25, Predators, Heroes. Give it up for your student athletes.
So 25-0 in favor of the Lakers. We will be back in a little bit for more WYF football as the undefeated Bears and Lakers will face each other.
Bears visiting the Lakers.
From the moment we met, it felt like we fit.
Thank you for showing me what unconditional love looks like.
We are better when we are together. My life feels complete with you in it. Oh.
There's so many rewards in life. You coming into our home was one of the greatest rewards we could have ever had.
You know, it took 20 years, and I got my 3rd child, who was 17 at the time.
After you joined our family, it was like, I really do feel complete now.
It's so cool to watch the adult that you've become, and you really have done as much for us as you think we've done for you.
I ain't never felt so much love before in my life.
Thank you.